you.
In a good way? In a good way?
No.
It just, I didn't. Oh, I just put my iPhone. Yeah. Yeah. When I'm like, so I'm feeling a bit. Not every time.
I'm looking for my page.
Oh,
Oh, maybe here. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Hannah, Bella. Hi, Hannah. How are you? Great answer. Aya Atkins. Hello. Rachel Tahir. Hi, Rachel. Rivka Ram. Rachel O'Connell. Hi. Malka Maikaniva. Malka is here.
She's coming.
She's coming.
Yes, she wants.
Nadia Gold. Not here, right? Shoshana.
I'm here.
Hi, Shoshana. Shoshana,
Yes.
next week, Wednesday night, I am going to Berlin.
Oh, wow. What? It's amazing.
Shoshana is coming from there, that's why I'm telling her.
What? She's going to Berlin.
My son is the rabbi of Berlin and the shliach. They're doing a lot of things, and he's becoming 50. So he wants us to come. So it's a day before Yom Kippur. Otherwise, I would stay here Yom Kippur. But that's an exceptional thing. Okay, Shoshana, I'm sorry. I know you're coming from there. Okay. Batya.
Here.
Hi, Batya. Hannah Roman.
She's right here.
Bet Shapiro. Did I call everyone? I didn't call your name, right? What's your name?
Lieber
Again?
Boss.
Lieber Rivka Boss. You should tell them that they should put your name here, okay? Okay. Okay. Okay, so the day is coming. Obviously, we are talking about Rosh Hashanah, but we are still having 6 days, 5 days until Rosh Hashanah. The 6th day is Rosh Hashanah. So today, you probably heard, is the day that Hashem created the world. You hear that, right? But what's important is when Hashem created us, human beings, because the whole creation was made for us. We are making the difference. For Hashem, we are making the difference. Because for reasons that we are not explaining and we mentioned, for Hashem, even though that he is perfect, which means he does not need anything, but for Hashem is very important. We are very important to him. It's not like for us human beings, when I say I need something desperately, that means if I don't have this thing, I miss something, right? That's why I need it. But Hashem does not need anything. At the same time, we say that Hashem wants us. Not because he needs us. He does not need us. But he wants us. Why? You will learn, hopefully in Hasidut, this is a very deep thing. But because he wants us, and again, not because he needs us, but he wants us, that's why we are very important to him. And he wants us to do what he is telling us to do. So it's not that if we don't do, we deserve punishment. If we don't do, we miss something very important. And that's why Rosh Hashanah is the day that we were created, because this is the whole purpose of creation, the whole entire world, which is including everything in this world, human beings and animals and things that are growing and everything that is in the world with all the details, which are so many details, which we all know, with everything from every detail. All of that is worth nothing if we don't do our goal. So everything goes around us. Therefore, Rosh Hashanah, what is Rosh Hashanah? Many people think Rosh Hashanah is the day that Hashem is judging us. If he didn't do, God forbid, something, he's punishing us. They miss the whole entire idea. This is not Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah, Hashem is not looking to punish us. He does not want to punish us. Yes, there is everything that a person is doing, you will have to justify it. But for what purpose? Only in order to correct, to direct us to do the right thing, not to punish us. Hashem is not in the thinking, in the mind of punishing us at all. Hashem is, the punishment is not as a punishment, it's just to direct us, to put us in the right way. That's why we have to feel excited that such a day is coming, because in this day, Hashem's judgment is not a judging to punish if he did the wrong thing. Hashem's judgment is, what could he do for us? We should go in the right direction. Sometimes it's hard. For example, sometimes, let's talk about a small girl that is going in kindergarten. And she's dressed appropriate, of course, nice and neat, because the mother wants that in the kindergarten, everyone should love her and respect her. And she is waiting for the bus. I said, we're waiting for the bus, and the bus came in. What's your name?
Malka.
What?
Malka.
Malka, you see, even the name is showing. Yeah. So she is waiting, this small girl, let's say she's 5 years old. She's waiting for the bus to come to take her to the kindergarten, but the last second she saw on the table in the kitchen hot chocolate milk. I don't know if people like it today, but she wanted, and she was in a big rush, so she took it, and it spilled on her clothes. And the bus is coming in a minute. And the mother is very frustrated and upset, maybe screaming. Let's not talk if she should scream or not. This is a different discussion. But she was screaming, and right away she took something special shot or what to clean it. And maybe on her hand also it spilled, and she had to clean. And the girl is getting upset. Leave me alone. What are you bothering me? What are you bothering my hand and everything? But the mother knows that if she is letting her go like this, or even on the hand it's not clean, then when she will come in the kindergarten, her friends won't like it. They will make fun of her or any other things. So she has to do it. Why is she doing it? Not because she loves to pain her daughter, because she likes her and she knows that it's better for her to be like this. So this is only a simple example. You mentioned many more sophisticated examples that when Rosh Hashanah is coming, and basically it happens every day, but Rosh Hashanah is for the whole entire year, more general, Hashem is looking. Every person is making mistakes and doing things that we are going away from the right direction. So Hashem is looking for ways how to clean us, so-called clean us, to direct us to the right way, that it should be better for us. So it's not punishment for the purpose of punishing and revenge. Chas v'chalila. This is not what Hashem is. Hashem loves us, and I think that he said it, more than we love ourselves. This is not a exaggeration. This is reality. Hashem loves us more than we love ourselves. And if he's doing something that is painful, he feels the pain more than we feel it, because we are one entity with him. We are not like extra person. So he really wants the good for us. And therefore, should be excited that Rosh Hashanah is coming. What it's important to know is, as I said before, that we still have 5 days until Rosh Hashanah. And I told you already that these days that we have now are very, very meaningful days. In these days, Hashem is telling us, I don't want to hurt you in any way. I want you to really be connected to me, to love me, because this is good for you, to be connected to me. So I'm giving you now these 5 days, that is the last 5 days of this year, which are the most powerful days, because every day that we're coming now closer to Rosh Hashanah, Hashem is giving us more strength and more everything that we need in order we should reach him. So these days are really very important. So what does it mean, very important? What should we do in these days? So one thing is we should tell ourselves, teach ourselves, number one, to be happy with ourselves, not happy with everything that we do, because there are things that we should not be happy with them, which means, because if we will be happy with them, it will really deteriorate us. But we should be happy, even though that there are things that we would like to do different, or unfortunately, some people would not even like to do different and be doing the wrong things. We should still be happy to know that Hashem is giving us all the opportunities to be in a most perfect way. We should not feel upset and deteriorated with all kinds of thoughts that are coming to us, that guilt or any other thing. This is only coming from the Yetzer Hara we should put our energy in a negative way. There's no point for guilt. Guilt is coming from the Yetzer Hara. The Yetzer Hara wants us to feel bad about ourselves, to put our energy in guilt feeling, instead of we should put our energy in positive things. Of course, if we did something that we feel we shouldn't do it, we should stop. We should know that Hashem is helping us to go in the right direction and to do good things, and we should be happy because we know that Hashem is with us and Hashem is accepting us, and He will give us the opportunity to do, he will give us right now the opportunity to do the right things. So the point is, we have to put our energy and feeling in what could we do in a positive way, and not to waste our time just in bad feelings, guilt feelings that are not bringing any positive resolution. And one of the very important things is we should teach ourselves to think positive about other people, to feel good when another person is having something good. And not only this, especially in these days, to bless. What does it mean to bless? When you're telling something, when you meet a person, just you meet a person, a friend, and you meet this person with a friendly way. Hi, so nice to see you. And you say good things, even if you don't mean it, the other person feels good when you're greeting another person in such a way. You should really mean it. Because if you do that, Hashem is treating you in this way even more. But even if you don't mean it, when you meet somebody with a cold face and not a nice face, it hurts. It's not a good feeling for the other person. It is very important, especially now, the whole year, especially now, to bless another person, to greet another person in a good way. And you know what? Yourself also, like we spoke before, don't allow yourself any bad feeling about yourself. You have to feel, if you do something wrong, you have to know that it's wrong. But don't feel bad about yourself if it's not bringing to any positive resolution. So you have to think positive about yourself. You have to smile to yourself, which means think good about yourself. This is one of the biggest preparations for Rosh Hashanah. And even sometimes you're becoming overwhelmed. And sometimes there are people that are more, some people less. Don't be overwhelmed. You're not in charge over your life. Hashem is in charge over your life. The Torah is telling us we are not the boss of our body, not at all. Hashem is the boss. He created the boss, he created the body, and he gave it to each one of us for one purpose. We should improve ourselves. Improve, I mean to say physically. We should make the body feel better in every aspect. Everything, it's not ours. Hashem said, you have no right to help yourself. Your body doesn't belong to you. It belongs to me, Hashem said. I gave it to you for one purpose. You are in charge to make it to feel good in every aspect, physically and spiritually. We are lucky that Hashem is giving us guidance, Torah and mitzvot, that this is the best way that we are doing the best for our body. The Torah is not something that is telling us, I am not allowing you to do that, not allowing you to do that. That's not true. The Torah and the mitzvot are, but Hashem is telling us, this is the good thing for yourself. It's not that I'm not allowing you, it's somebody is telling you, don't eat it. It's delicious, but it's poison. It's really poison. So you cannot say this person is a mean person. This person saved your life because this person, you don't know that it's poison. So Hashem is giving us the Torah and the mitzvot to build ourselves. And this is a very important thing. Especially now, before Rosh Hashanah is coming. And we are having also this week, we are having Shabbat before Rosh Hashanah. This Shabbat is a very powerful Shabbat. Every Shabbat, I want you to know, is a very powerful day. Shabbat, every Shabbat is having something that even holidays are not having. Shabbat, there is a special power that Hashem is giving that we could gain a lot from Hashem for our needs, in our personal needs. And especially Shabbat before Rosh Hashanah. I told you every Shabbat is having a major effect on the whole coming week. Shabbat before Rosh Chodesh is having a major effect on the whole coming month. Shabbat before Rosh Hashanah is having a major effect on the whole coming year. This Shabbat told a few times about saying Tehillim. There is a custom that every Shabbat before Rosh Chodesh to say the whole entire Tehillim. That's a lot. I'm not telling you that if you feel that you can't do that, you are doing something very wrong. I'm only telling you that if you feel that you could do that, it's a very good idea because this is really helping you a lot. But even if you feel that you can do, whatever you could do, even if you're saying one chapter, it's a very important thing. So I want you to know that this Shabbat before Rosh Hashanah affects the whole coming year. And this is good to know because whatever you do, like you said before, about thinking positive about other people and other things, like you told about the Tehillim and many other things, this Shabbat is having more strength than other days. That's one thing. I spoke last week about shofar, you remember? How powerful the tkiyot in the shofar blowing on Rosh Hashanah. This is breaking through everything. And I want to take a few points only on the day of Rosh Hashanah. Before we're blowing in the shofar, we are having the haftarot. You have the kriya of the Torah. And I want you to know that every time when there is a reading in the Torah, every time, every Shabbat even, when there is the time of reading in the Torah, during this time, there is a special revelation of God that is affecting all the people. Sometimes even if people are not there, it's affecting them because the reading of the Torah brings Hashem more revealed down in this world. If you are in the shul and you hear that, of course it's even better. But even if people are not going for some reason, it brings down in the world. It's a very holy moment. I told you, I think that I told you, there are a lot of things that with our physical eyes, we cannot see, but they are existing. Especially today with the technology, we understand that even more. 2,000 years ago, Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai in Sefer HaZohar wrote that before Mashiach will come, Hashem will reveal things that people won't know. This will be only a beginning, a drop of what will happen when Mashiach will come. And he also wrote a specific time, the year of 600, which now we are 782, we enter in 83, about 180 years ago, 200 years ago, about technology started to build up. Not like today. Today it's going in such a big speed that every moment there is so much more because we are getting closer to Mashiach. So Hashem is revealing it. But before technology started, there were a lot of things that people didn't know. If you would tell somebody, not 100 years ago, maybe even 50 years ago, that you have a box like this or even smaller, which is containing all of these things, you could contact the whole entire world, you could see, you could talk. This person would think that you belong in a mental house because what are you talking about? Or even more simple thing, that if you're talking, everything that you talk stays in the air. It's not disappearing. With the radio, even, which is much more simple, but today it's a natural thing. Everyone understands it. But really, it doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? You don't see anything. You don't see, what do you mean it stays in the air? What is staying? Obviously, we cannot even understand what I'm talking about because everyone is geared to think in such a way that there are waves. What do you mean what is staying? But people did not think like this. A lot of things are happening right now here in this room that we don't see them, but they are happening and they are very powerful, very powerful. There are people that they could see it. If you are a very great person, you could see it. I don't have time now to bring you examples for that. But so many things are happening now and you are seeing. So every mitzvah that you're doing is very, very, very effective and very powerful. So back, when we're coming to Kriyat Torah in Rosh Hashanah, we see two amazing things in Rosh Hashanah. reading things that you could think, what's the connection to Rosh Hashanah? And also the Haftarot, you learn one of the Haftarah, why is this connected to Rosh Hashanah? So what is the first, if you want to open the Haftarah, I hope you have the Mahzorim. It's a good idea to have always. And also during the year, we won't learn Mahzor, but we learn Tefillah. It's always a good idea to have it, especially with the English translation. I'm sorry, everyone understands here English? Everyone? Yeah? Could read English? So open the reading for the first day of Rosh Hashanah. I don't have the English here. Wow. Have an extra one, maybe? Thank you. But everyone has, right? I don't want to take somebody's. Okay. So open. Wow. The prayers are really very powerful. I suggest that you doing the davening, page 119. 119. I suggest doing the davening. You should look constantly also in the English translation, because there are some prayers that you will be very moved by saying it. Okay? So we have here the first day of the reading in the Torah. Could somebody tell me, if you want, what is it talking about? Somebody is having an idea what it's talking about?
What page?
Page 119, the first day of Rosh Hashanah.
No, it's not the same.
The Torah reading, yeah. Sarah, very good. What about Sarah? Having Yitzchak, yeah. Very good.
119.
Yeah, 119. Right. Okay, so we have here, it's starting that Hashem made Sarah pregnant, and he made her to have a child. How old was Sarah in this time? 90. And I want you to know that during that time, 90 was old. Today, of course, I don't know, maybe today 90 is not old anymore. But 90 was, because before Sarah, people lived 1,000 years in the beginning. I'm not going to talk about it now. For the first 1,700 years of the creation, the average, first 1,000 years, the average of life was 1,000 years for a person. Everyone was healthy, strong, tall, but after 1,700 years, it went lower and lower until the time of Sarah. People lived like today. And Sarah was 90, she didn't have children. And Hashem told Abraham constantly that she will have. So eventually Hashem made a miracle. She was 90 years old, and the child was named Yitzchak. I'm not going in the details. How old was Abraham? 100. Now, of course, there were people that they said, it's not true. This is not Sarah's child. They got somebody from outside. But Hashem made miracles, it was very clear. Okay. Now, then it's telling us continuing to tell us that Sarah saw the son of Hagar. Who was Hagar?
The second one, yeah.
She was in order, she was the first wife, but she was the other wife of Abraham. But really, who was she? From which family she came? She was the daughter of Paro. She was a very royal princess. Now, how did she come to Abraham's house?
She decided to be a servant.
She what?
She decided to be a servant in the house of Abraham.
Her father was so impressed with Abraham and Sarah. I'm not going all the details now because we just don't have the time now. He knew them and he was so overwhelmed with them that he said, it's better. She should be a servant. She was not, she was a servant of who? Of Sarah. Who made her for a servant? Paro. He said, better for her to be a servant in such a house than to be a queen in any other place. And it was right. And she was really a special woman. She was in such a level that she saw angels. No human being, average human being, could see angels because this is such a high revelation that we cannot take it. A human body cannot take it. But she saw because she was a refined person. But she was Sarah's servant. Now, Abraham was 86, 85. Sarah saw she's not having children. So Sarah said to Abraham, I want you to have children. Sarah was extraordinary woman, extra in every aspect, wise, strong, sensitive, so many things. So she told Abraham, marry her. Maybe you marry her, maybe Hashem will see what I'm doing, maybe Hashem will give me also a child. Abraham did not want to think about it. But she was a very strong person and she convinced Abraham until he married her. He did not, don't make a mistake. Physically, Hagar had everything to be married. But Abraham was devoted to Sarah because Abraham was a special man and Sarah was a special woman. Cannot explain everything now, and he did not want. She literally was holding Abraham and taking him step by step until he married Hagar. Now, Hagar had to know, and she's supposed to know, that she is married to Abraham, but she is the servant of Sarah. And she was a very special woman. And she was very close to Sarah. But a human nature, and I'll try to make it short now because you're not learning it now. Human nature is, she became pregnant right away. So Hashem is putting people on a test. She said to himself, that means that Sarah is not such a righteous person because she was not pregnant for all of these years and she became pregnant right away. She started to behave in the wrong way to Sarah. She started to feel that she is Abraham's wife and she is more righteous than Sarah, and Sarah did not allow it. Why? Not because she felt her ego, but only, and this is a very sensitive thing, because only she knew that Hashem wanted that the Jewish nation should come from Abraham and Sarah. And that will be good. If the Jewish nation will come, that will be good for the whole entire world. So Sarah told Abraham, I'm making it in short, Sarah told Abraham that she cannot continue to be like this. And Abraham told Sarah, you could do whatever you want to her. She must know that she is your servant. Sarah did not make her feel bad in any way, not even with overworking, but she had to have this knowledge. Okay, now, making it short, Hagar had a son, and this son started, making it short, okay? Later, Sarah also had a son, Yitzchak, that we learn now. That was 13 years later. But Hagar's son didn't treat Yitzchak in the right way. Not only that he didn't treat him with respect, but he was teaching him cruelty, not to have faith in Hashem, all kind of things like that. And Sarah knew that she cannot allow that. Why? Because there's no point to be kind to another person if the other person will destroy her son. She knew that this son, Yitzchak, he will be the person that from him the Jewish nation will come. And you remember what we learned that Hashem created the world, he created for the purpose that human beings should do what Hashem wants. And if they don't, how will the whole entire world will do what Hashem wants? By taking an example from the Jewish nation. The Jewish nation is supposed to start now with Abraham, with Sarah, Yitzchak, and the future generations. So Sarah acted to Hagar and Ishmael in a very tough way. She didn't just torture her, but she non-compromised. She eventually, of course, Abraham said to Sarah, whatever you do, I am with you. Abraham in the beginning was not happy, but Hashem told Abraham, you listen to Sarah, whatever she is telling you. And about what Hashem said it, because Sarah told Abraham, chase her out from your house with her son. And Abraham felt very bad about it until Hashem told Abraham, everything that Sarah is telling you, listen to her, because what she is saying, this is what I am telling her to do. Yes?
Yeah, I want to read this on Rosh hashana. What do we read?
Okay, so this whole introduction, now we could tell you why we're reading it on Rosh hashana. I told you only a drop because there's so much more. There are two very important points here. One point, Hashem created the world for, as we explained, for us to do what he wants. If he don't do what he wants, there's no reason for the creation. There's no reason for the creation because it's not good for anyone. So Hashem started with bringing down Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and the mother, Sarah, Rachel, and Leah. Now, there's always challenges. And here, the challenges came immediately. In the beginning, Hashem didn't give Abraham children for many, many years. Abraham had faith, even though he had faith in Hashem, and Sarah had faith in Hashem. They were already very old. Then Hashem gave another challenge that he married Hagar. And the whole story what happened with Hagar, this was, everything came from the Yetzer Hara to derail the whole purpose that from the Avot and the Imahot, it will come the nation that will fulfill what Hashem wants. This will make the whole entire world to be in the right way. But even though that there was such kind of challenges, we have to know that if we are having faith in Hashem and we are not getting scared from the challenges, like Abraham and Sarah. She had even, in a way, greater challenges than Abraham in the beginning. But we are continuing faith in Hashem and to do the right thing, then eventually Hashem is helping us to achieve what we want to achieve. This started in the beginning when our nation became a nation. The whole creation was because of that. Only because I'm short of time, I'm not going developing it. But this is one very important idea. Another very important idea, Sarah, it was not easy for her to treat Hagar in such a way. She was a very kind person. And she had to treat her in a tough way. It was not easy for her to demand that she should be chased out. And with her son, and after that there were a lot of issues, her son almost died. We're not learning all the details. But she knew one thing, that she has to overcome her own feeling because she had a goal. She didn't do it for her ego. She did it only for the right thing. And this is a very important message. We're reading it on Rosh Hashanah to show us that these two things that I said just now. Also, there are more things to hear that.
Wait, so the first thing is Abraham and God were created in this world?
The first thing is that Abraham was very strong in his faith, even though Hashem told him, but in the reality it didn't happen. Hashem told him already for so many years, you will have children, you will have children. But in reality it didn't happen. Sometimes you're getting blessings from a very big rabbi and it doesn't happen. So you should know you have to continue your faith. Faith means that even if you don't see it, even though it's against your logic, you stick yourself to the words of a tzaddik, because when you do that, this is you believe in the words of Hashem. It's everything that the tzaddik is telling you, the Rabbi is telling you, is not his or her own words. It's the words that Hashem is saying. But one of the ways that even though when you see challenges, it doesn't happen, is that you are continuing to have faith, even it's against your logic. You're raising above your logic in just doing it. You know that whatever Hashem is saying is reality, and what you think is not reality. And this, and even after, okay, and that's what happened with challenges. Abraham had a son, so the Yitzhak wanted that he should be satisfied with it. He had already a son. So what would happen if Yitzhak will not be born? The whole world will go in a different direction. And that was not the purpose of creation. And also we're talking about Yitzhak and Abraham, which is showing us that we must have always a tzaddik, that we are connecting ourselves to him, because even though that we want to do everything in the right way, but we need somebody that help us to be more connected to Hashem, because the challenges that we have in life, sometimes we cannot overcome these challenges. We must have a tzaddik, like we're speaking here about Abraham, then it was about Yitzhak, that they are helping us, not only emotionally, but also with their merit, with their zchuyot. They are helping us. We should be able to be connected to Hashem, even in a way that we would not be able to overcome on our own. We have them to connect us to Hashem more, because we, even if we are very good people, but there is a limit how much we could reach. I'm talking now in spiritually. But if we are connected to a very great person, so this great person, Hashem appoints this great person to give us the strength we should be able to reach more than we would be able to reach only on ourselves. That's how Hashem created. This needs more explanation, but this happened mainly, I will just make it short because again, the time is running out. Mainly when the Jewish people has to come out of Egypt, Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, I want you to go and take them out from Egypt. And Moshe Rabbeinu told Hashem, why are you sending me? You take them out. You, Hashem, take them out. But Hashem said, no, I want you. You are a human being. You are a different level. You are connected to me. I'm showing you things that the average person is not having. But I want you connect yourself to them, and that will make them to reach me in the way that I want them to reach me. Because average human being cannot be connected directly to Hashem by seeing Hashem. So this is one point that we're reading it in the Kriyah of the first day, that Hashem wants to tell us that we have to remember that we have the great people that through being connected to them, we are reaching Hashem in a much higher level that we could reach on our own. And that's why the Haftarah on the first day, you learned, I saw that you learned, I don't know how much you reached in the Haftarah, with Elkanah and Hannah, and then they had this son, Shmuel, that he was an unbelievable great person, even though he lived a very short time, he lived only 52 years. But he did so much during his lifetime to connect the Jewish people to Hashem. Why are we reading it in Rosh Hashanah? Okay, his mother was could not have a child for many, many years, the whole entire story. There's something more to that. Like Sarah couldn't have a child. There's more to that we must have. If we want to reach Hashem at the highest level, we cannot reach Hashem in the way that Hashem wants us to reach him without having a very great person, like I gave you the example for Moshe Rabbeinu. He was the first leader of the whole nation, that he did not want to go. And he told Hashem, why are you sending me? I'm a human being. Go you. But Hashem told him, no, I want you to go, and this is the best way for them. They will relate to you because at least they will think that they see you. Really, Moshe Rabbeinu is having so high levels that there are a lot of levels that we did not see him, the inner part of him, but we see his body and we hear him. And through being connected to him, he is uplifting us to be connected to Hashem in a way that we cannot reach Hashem. That's how Hashem established, which has to be explained. In Hasidut is being explained a lot, but now I'm just trying to give you the point of that. And we could see it wherever it is. I just heard, even in simple things, about somebody, I wanted to say a few years ago, but it was 50 years ago, about a person that wanted to have a job. Was a very dignified person. He got an offer for an unbelievable job for the whole entire life. He paid a lot, and then for pension he paid a lot. And that was in a place that was such an important place, a formal head of a hospital that was so dignified. And he asked the rabbi, and he wrote to the rabbi how much I want to pay him, so much. And how much a pension should be. And he asked the rabbi said, it's a very good idea, but I don't see what will happen with the payment, with the pension. And he did not understand because he wrote how much is paid, how much a pension is. And he almost, that was a challenge for him. He almost didn't listen because they offered him, and that was such a big, but his wife came more from a family that knew that you have to listen to the words of the rabbi. So he did not accept it. And they couldn't believe it. Such an offer, he did not accept it. But 15 years later, this place bankrupt. And you don't know what kind of a place it was. It was a place, one of the most important, that was in Israel, most established solid place, but they bankrupt. And they didn't pay not only the salaries, they didn't pay the pension for other people. They couldn't, they became involved in such kind of debts. So this is only an example, a physical example, that sometimes even things that they look so solid and clear, but we don't know what Hashem wants. That's why when we have a tzaddik that is, and we have a mitzvah to listen and believe, could help us even in a physical way. Okay, so that's one thing. There's more thing about the second day, but it's all late already. So, well, at least in the tefillah of Rosh Hashanah, if you just, even before Rosh Hashanah, if you just look in the prayers, you could become very emotional, even before Rosh Hashanah. It's not nice to say, but I did myself. Just think the way I told you last week that in Rosh Hashanah we have, after reading the Torah, after the Haftarah, we have the prayer that we say the three things: Malchiyot, Zichronot, Vishofarot. You remember we learned about it, that we are making Hashem for king, and we are praying for that we want to remember Hashem, and Hashem should remember us. And then the third thing is we're blowing the shofar. The shofar is symbolizing the breaking through any barriers. And for each one of these three things, Malchiyot, Zichronot, and Shofarot, I think I wrote it last week on the board, right? Is we quoting psukim, very powerful psukim about how Hashem is the king, and about how Hashem remembers how, and about the blowing the shofar, what this is doing for us. So I advise you should have the machzor in front of you and try to concentrate on the words. Try to concentrate. I know it's not an easy thing, but as much as you could. Never tell yourself, I'm getting overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. You can't take too much. Take one line, at least this line you did in the right way. And it's so powerful. It gives you a feeling you're becoming so saturated with a good feeling that Hashem is with you. And like sometimes you feel so good in you that you have what you want. So you could get this feeling, because when Hashem is doing it, it's more than you feel that you have what you want, because this is very solid. Hashem, nothing more solid than that. This is the real solid thing, steady. And I also want you to know there are many more things, but you know about Tashlich, that Rosh Hashanah, the first day, it's a good idea. It's also the idea many people missing some important ideas, that you go in your water, and water is symbolizing kindness, Hashem's kindness, and a special prayer. And also a good idea, if it's possible, the end of Rosh Hashanah. The Rebbe always made for bringing at the end of Rosh Hashanah. And the purpose was that even when Rosh Hashanah ends, the spirit of Rosh Hashanah, the connection to Hashem, is not stopping. You are continuing in the weekdays. Not Rosh Hashanah is over, that's it. It's not, that's it. This is continuing forever. What did you want to ask me? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, can you just write the three words?
The three things?
Yeah.
We need 5 days a week or more, and 6 hours a day. Then maybe we'll get a little bit what's going on Rosh Hashanah. But Baruch Hashem, today we have the translation, and not the same thing, but it helps.
Yeah.
Okay. And I asked you last week if you read Hebrew.
Yeah.
If you read it, will help you. I'm sorry. I'm here many years. I don't want to tell you. That's why you think maybe I'm younger than I am. But I'm young today. 90 is young, right? I'm not 90. But I'm lazy. And even though that I should know how to write English fluent, I'm lazy because I don't need it so much. So I know not in the right place, so I'm apologizing and writing it in English.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
I should discipline myself and to read and write more in English. But in this time that I'm doing it in English, I could read 10 times more in Hebrew. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you so much.
Everyone have a כתיבה וחתימה טובה, שנה טובה ומתוקה in the best way for you and all the people around you.
Thank you.
You all staying here for all the Chagim?
Yes.
Yes? Good.
Hi, Sarah. Where are you? What's wrong with her? Oh, because her blood pressure is all right this morning. Okay, I don't need you to pick me up at 3. Did you see what I sent you in the email? I can meet you there at 4. You don't have to pick me up at 3. I think the car, I'm not sure. I've never been there. One time I walked there, I didn't think, but I think there maybe you come with the car, but maybe you could park near there and we could get it. But I can go and stand by the gate or something like that. I'm gonna go get some vitamins for. I could do something like that for what, but for, I'll just. Well, I can say for me, my daughter, but doesn't Davina need one? Well, I don't know if I can get 3 on one person standing there. I'm picking up for 3 people, the car is coming. I can ask them, Okay, and you know where it is, or when they come down a nose drum? Notrum, and you turn left on Montgomery. Yes, coming down the hill toward Empire. I'm like, because Notrum is a one-way street. And you turn left on Montgomery. Right, and I think it's the parking lot on the left. Because I walked there one time. I walked there and I thought they said the entrance is on Nordstrom. There's no entrance on Nordstrom. I looked, I think the entrance is on Montgomery, but you come down that way and I think there was a gate, but I'll go there. I'll walk there and be there at 4 o'clock. You know, if Davina was here, she could ask, she could tell you because she knows Beth Rivka, that's where she went to the school. But I walked all the way down there and I didn't see anything. One time I picked up food. I didn't see anything on Nordstrom, but there's a gate on Montgomery. But I think they can come down. You'll see as you come, and you won't see any. You'll be there.
I have, Malka, there's food for you downstairs.
Okay, I'll get there and be there at 4.